Who knows? But yeah, this made me super mad. Super mad. Let's see here. Also, in an episode of, let's check this next one here. This got me in a white hot rage today as I kept watching my AMC stock just fall and fall and fall. I know this says GameStop, but it's related to AMC. Let's just take a look. I will really try not to bore people who are really not into this. I did a podcast with Leslie and the guys from Struggle Session, and we talked about how the stock market is a scam. Here's your proof and evidence from Bloomberg.com. Stock market is a scam. SEC data, if you don't know what that is, it's the Security and Exchange Commission. It's the people who are supposed to be the guardians, the watchdogs of Wall Street. SEC data shows 359 million shares of GameStop failed to deliver. On January 28th, the day after GameStop mania hit its crescendo, on the back of a short squeeze for the record books, about 359 million worth of shares were caught in limbo. More than 1 million shares were deemed failed to deliver that day, either due to buyers lacking cash to complete purchases or sellers not having the shares to settle trades, according to the SEC. The SEC report, which covers trading from January 15th through the end of the month, is just one more indication of the dislocation in the market for the video game retailer shares. This is what's important right here. I'm going to read you the important part. While the SEC list highlights the extent of the short squeeze on Reddit's Wall Street Bets forum where GameStop was galvanized, it's evidence of something else, the unproven theory that hedge funds were engaged in naked short selling of the shares. Now, I want to find a video that's once going to talk about what failed to deliver means and shorts and naked short selling is. Failed to deliver can occur for a number of reasons, and it says it's not necessarily because of it's not because of naked short selling. Let's go on YouTube and let's find us a video talking about what naked short selling is. Because I don't want to like stumble over this and say the wrong stuff. Failed to deliver stock. Hopefully this should all play. Failed to deliver, where is the stock? This is 9 minutes. I want something a lot quicker than this. Okay, let's sort by short. Nope. Failed to deliver. Naked short selling. Okay, hopefully this guy will have a good rundown. I did not preview this. Hopefully this will be good.
Hi, thanks for joining us for another episode of Money TV. So glad you're here. I'm Don Balarjan. Money TV is the program all about money and what makes it happen. Now imagine for a moment if you had the ability to sell something to someone else that you didn't own. Now, I'm not talking about a person employed as a sales professional. They rightfully earn a commission by selling the product or service of their employer. I'm talking about someone who represents owning something but in fact doesn't, then sells it to another person at a price below market value, hoping that starts a chain of events which would lower the overall market value of that product or entity, thereby giving the seller a chance to retroactively profit from selling something he or she did not own. Does that sound confusing or complicated? It should, because it is. And it goes on in millions of daily transactions in stock exchanges all over the world. It's called naked short selling, and while it's supposed to be illegal in the United States, many companies have pointed to the practice as the reasons they have had difficulty raising capital, or in some cases have failed altogether. Naked short selling is the practice of short selling a financial instrument without first borrowing a security or ensuring that the security can be borrowed, as conventionally is done in a short sale. When a seller does not obtain the shares within the required time frame, the result is known as a failure to deliver. Naked shorters will sell securities or stocks they don't own in the hope the price drops, after which they can buy the shares at the lower price and profit from the difference. To further add to the conundrum, unscrupulous manipulators will employ people to bash a stock on an internet message board, attempting to create a wave of panic selling, further enabling a naked short seller to do what they do, which is profit from an illegal transaction. But how, may you ask, if it's illegal, does it continue to happen? Well, it's because Regulation SHO, which was enacted in 2005, requires only that broker-dealers have grounds to believe that shares will be available for a given stock transaction and that delivery takes place within a limited period of time. Well, my question is, what constitutes grounds to believe? Now, this week in Europe, the European Commission has submitted proposals to safeguard financial markets from naked short sellers. If enacted, naked short sales of shares and government bonds would be limited, and some over-the-counter derivative trades would be forced through clearinghouses. It's a very controversial issue, as some believe this is a destructive and despicable practice, while others deny it even happens at all. In the U.S., the laws against it already exist. They just need to be better enforced. Now, keep this phone number in mind no matter where in the world you're watching.
All right. So, still confusing. It's still, so pretty much in what he said was pretty concise, and I'll try to break it down the best I can. The brokerage houses, these hedge funds, sold shares at a short. Hopefully by now everybody knows what a short is, who's been following any of this. Sold shares at a short that they never owned. So now those contracts have come due, and the shares are not being sold back to the market. They're not being put back into the market, because if you miss that target, you're supposed to have to buy those shares back. That's how that contract works. So that's how the squeeze is supposed to work. That they didn't hit their price target. Now they have to buy all that stock at a higher price, and the stock goes up. They're not doing that. They're saying, we don't even have the stock now. We don't know where the shares are. I think that's correct. So that's why it's a failure to deliver. Now, here's another important factoid here. Let's take a look at this. Everybody can see this. Okay, settlement date, GameStop. There are $359 million. So this is failure to deliver shares value. They're saying, the SEC saying, as of January 28th, $359 million, January 27th, $291 million of shares out there that they don't know where they are. They're not being, the contracts are dead. They didn't hit their low price target, their short target, and now they don't know why they're not being sold back. There's that much money out there. So why would you do this? Why would you break the law as a hedge fund? That's a good question, Robert. Why would you do that? I mean, I wouldn't want to mess around with the SEC, a federal organization that's meant to keep me in line. Let's look at what the fines are for failure to, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Failure to deliver. Let's see here. What are the fines? What are the fines? SEC.gov. Trying to go right to the fines here. Come on, SEC. This is right from their own website. It'll tell you what a short sale is, how to are short sales legal, naked shorts, regulation, naked short selling, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. This is live. I should have had this. I should have had this up before. I want the penalties. Okay, that sucked. What are the penalties? Penalties for failure to deliver. Okay. The company shall pay the holder in cash an amount per trading day for each trading day until such shares are delivered, or the certificates are delivered, paid in full, blah, blah, blah. 1% of the principal amount of the note to be converted the first 5 trading days after the delivery date, and 2% of the aggregate principal of the note requested to be converted for each trading day. So it's a 1% that goes up to a 2% per day fine for not delivering these shares. So what's happening is they're taking the gamble that they can drive the stock down low enough to that it'll be worth it to them in the end to eat that interest rather than have to sell the shares back at a loss. It's worth it to them. It's worth it to them to eat the interest. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of like a working man's example. If you had, let's say you had $100 in your checking account, right? But you have $100 in your checking account and you have a car payment that's due, right? So the car payment is $300. You're going to pay with your debit card, right? So that will put you negative $200. So now you're going to eat a $40 overdraft fee. Does it make more sense to eat the $40 overdraft fee, or the repo? The dealership has said, "Hey man, if you don't make this payment, the repo man's coming tonight." So is it better for you to lose your car, which is worth way more than $40, or to eat the overdraft fee, which is just going to be $40? You're going to make that payment and take the overdraft fee and wait until Friday till you get paid and pay the $40. Hell, you can even ask your bank for please, can you take the overdraft fee off? So it's way better to make the car payment. That's where they're at right now. They rather eat this interest than sell those shares back like they are legally supposed to do. This shit is a scam. I say this as somebody who's got a couple $100 in the market trying to make something happen. Super scam. Super scam.